how to shoot a series with white walls, empty offices without a single window and receive 40 Emmy nominations? This question can be answered by a person who almost refused to shoot the main project of her life, Jessica Leganye. Today we will talk about the cinematography in Severance and find out why visual constraints reveal new opportunities for storytelling and how to use them. My name is Anton Chistyakov, I am film director from Ukraine. Let's go! For several months, Severance has been messing with my head. Probably it's one of the brightest shows I've seen in the last 6 months. And for those who haven't seen it yet, I'll give a brief tour of the story. It's an extraordinary mind-bending science fiction thriller. The key idea is built on a fairly simple high concept. If you divide life into 2 parts, the first one will remember only about work, and the other one about everything else. This idea came to Dan Erickson when he was going to work and realized that he wanted to forget the next 8 hours of his life and wake up when the day was up. Yeah, even dreadful work inspires brilliant thoughts. Events in the series are divided into 2 opposing worlds. In the first, our focus is centered on the innies, that is, characters who only remember life within the work office. They are completely isolated from the outside world and do not remember who they really are. In the second world, we follow the lives of the outies, that is, guys who have disposed of their work errands for the rest of their life. These versions live in the outside world, but have no clue what happens every day when they descend to the surrealistic underground floor of their office. The Lumen Company is a total mystery, where thrilling things troubling our imagination. Jessica Leganye, the DOP of the series, was absolutely frustrated when she heard the idea of Severance. The prospect to shoot a closed office with complete absence of windows, white walls, and a minimal number of items in the scene frame were dreadful. It's a nightmare for guys and girls with cameras, because they always care about the foreground and background filled with shapes, texture and color. Let's try to figure out how visual style of Severance creates a new reality that is simply impossible to look away from. Severance is based on contrasts, it's oxymoron. There is a harmony in the frames, it feels right, it feels beautiful. But it's not what you think. It's trying to be comfortable, but it's extremely uncomfortable. These are words of Jessica herself, and it's impossible to disagree. Inside Lumen there is a septic environment teeming with non-existence. It's a cleansed, empty place of constant observation, as if people in it are subject of experiments. To achieve artistic goals that would correspond to the author's idea, creators have to choose a good location for it. Location scouting for filming is one of the most important processes. Experienced cinematographers know that to come up with an effective visual solution for a scene, you need to proceed with an ambient light of the location itself. The surrounding environment is undoubtedly able to surprise you, so noticing the magic, highlighting it and using it to benefit the story is a super necessary skill. The main building for Lumen was chosen to be a Bell Labs premises in New Jersey. Its atmosphere feels unfriendly and cold, but at the same time sparkling and clean. Hallie's awakening on coffin-shaped table triggers a compositional symbolism in all office interior scenes. The frames in these episodes are meticulously polished. This unwavering symmetry impresses me with its monumentality and tranquility. But at the same time, with each subsequent frame, it starts to scare, as if something massive, inhuman, is waiting in above you. Every move, glance, or even thought is controlled, evaluated by something unknown. I find the space and set design of the main office paradoxical. There is an incredible amount of space and white walls all around. It seems to prompt you to ask questions, and leaves room for an answer. The main characters have no memories, their inner world is empty, just like this space. At the same time, many rooms are very cramped and seem to crush with their form. Working in a set that had almost nothing in it, we had to reverse engineer. What was interesting, using negative space to give importance to specific things. Every prop is there for a reason, everything is designed in a specific way. In total emptiness, everything becomes very important. In this space, the image is almost always static and immobile. Smoothness of movements remind you of a security cam, which is operated by some machine. In contrast to Lumen in the outside world, the handheld camera symbolizes the immediacy and spontaneity of life, although it used quite rarely. The lighting solutions in Mark House are minimalistic and symbolize the internal emptiness within the hero. Any source of light that appears there is due to the hero's banal desire to see something. Mark does not prefer to create a pleasant, comfortable environment, in contrast to his sister. His home is devoid for any personalization. Such a decision helps to keep the secrets of his past. It also opens up a field of reflection on who actually this person really is. You know that feeling when you haven't tasted your favorite dish for a month, and when that taste finally appears on the tip of your tongue, your receptors enter a new dimension of pleasure. In this case, limitation is no longer perceived as something unequivocally negative. The creators of the series skillfully use limitation to enhance the piercing perception of the viewer and intensify the atmosphere. This is well illustrated by the scene where Mark finds the map that his best friend hid for him. For the first time in the entire series, seemingly superfluous table lamps are turned on, and the space flooded with white light transforms into an enigmatic room filled with spirit of mystery. These are countless examples of this method in the series, but I suggest you personally rewatch it and search for important details that you didn't notice from the first viewing. A good film is a certain illustration of the rules of life. In my opinion, the creators of Severance have grasped them and used it wisely to the benefit of the story. Every obstacle, tiny detail, sweat and blood of the mundane routine spent in hideous office environments, and those existential thoughts about healthy work-life balance summed up by the talent of DOP and set designer. And for what result? For us to having a really mind-blowing, thrilling story about human nature and various methods of oppression which is brought upon us by any tyrannical institution. Do you agree with the theory that the Lumen Company premises are a direct allusion to the human brain? I look forward to your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button so you don't miss the next video.